Hey everybody, Joe Buffard here checking in with you on lockdown here in Connecticut thanks to the coronavirus and all the precautions the government's taken in. I want to share with you something we just did as a family with my three youngins and discussed how we're going to handle the situation we're in right now. And big thing is getting your mind right. You know, I have a good success formula called E plus R equals O that I've been really paying attention and trying to live it out in all the different situations. And the E is event, R is your response, and O is our outcome. So the event is the virus, can't control it, can't control the events of schools being canceled, events being canceled, Martin Madness being canceled, everything else. Our outcome, we want to have everybody healthy. We want to have everybody back in the world and being functional and healthy and getting back to some normalcy. So what we can control is the R. The R is simply that we definitely control, and that is our response, our attitude, and how we're going to address the situation. So got our three kids, sat down with my wife and I, and kind of did this. We talked about getting our mind right and how we're going to respond to this. And is it going to be one of frustration, complaining, or is it going to be one of what can we do to make this the best situation possible? What can we do to help others around us? And go from there. The next thing we kind of did was kind of sat down and cleared the air with our kids on what the coronavirus is, how it's spread, why we're in our situation we're in right now, and then what can they do to prevent it? You know, what can they do to protect themselves, protect us as a family of five, and then the people around us, the neighbors on the left, the neighbors to the right, the neighbors in front, neighbors in back. You know, what can they be doing to protect them and help everybody else? Because if everybody does their part, this thing could be nipped pretty quickly. And then from there, we talked a little bit about our routine. You know, kids are used to routines in school, work, we're used to routines, punching in, punching out, lunch break at 1, all that type of stuff. So let's kind of set a routine. So we discussed kind of what that routine would look like. You know, everybody gets up at 8, we have breakfast. Then do we go for, an exercise, go for a bike ride, go for a walk? You know, the nice part is it's not like it's a blizzard out here. It's not just we're locked down, we're stuck in the house, can't go anywhere. We have the freedom to move, we just can't move with large amount of people, okay? So we can still go for a bike ride, we can go for a walk, we can, talk to our neighbors from a distance, we can, go to the park, go to the beach for a walk, things like that we can do to make our life a little more enjoyable during this time of kind of lockdown, so to speak. So then we talked about, obviously doing our various different assignments we got, whether it's work assignments, school assignments, things like that, helping each other out with each other's projects. We talked about being able to FaceTime friends, colleagues, things like that to kind of cure the little bit of loneliness and stir craziness. And then what we can do, to really help other people. And then chores around the house. We discussed, hey, we're not running around to different activities every night, so let's assign, a kid and an adult to cook a meal. So who's cooking this dinner, who's cooking that dinner? That way they're not complaining about the meals because they cooked it. And just being a little more efficient, maybe family time, not just sitting there all day long watching Netflix and playing video games. We're going to do board game nights or things like that. So, kind of really come together as a little bit of a family. And finding a kind of a situation and a schedule that can help us, get through this all. And then we really talked about the bigger thing. Again, circling back to what can we do to help the people around us, and make it more positive for the other people around us. So again, checking in with your neighbors. Again, we don't want to come in too many contact with people, but doesn't mean I can't sit in the middle of the street or on the curb and have a conversation with them. Check in with your neighbors, check in with the people around you, making sure they're doing okay. So anyway, wanted to kind of just share this as it's a very uncharted territory for both me as adult male, for me as a father, for me as a husband, and how we're going to survive this, because we're always go and trying to earn the buck or trying to get the next kid to the activity. And it's kind of unique time, and I want to make sure we're handling it the right way. So figure it out. Figure out what your R is going to be to this whole situation and make it a positive one. So stay healthy and holler if you need anything. We're here for you.